Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, as well as everyone here on YouTube for your guys' continued support.
Before we get started on the Friday vlog, I want to take a moment. It is Memorial Day on Monday, so I want to thank all of you guys who served, veterans, as well as those who are currently serving active duty, as well as, of course, subscribers here that I know some of you are veterans. So thank you guys for your service. And to my father, I'll pop up a picture of him, perhaps up here. He served in the Navy for 42 years. So thanks to all of you guys for your service. We started off, it's going to be kind of a light Friday vlog. But I wanted to mention, because it's been a really interesting week, things that we have discovered when it comes to the president and so forth. And, of course, the big issue that happened there with Donald Trump. So apparently we've now supplanted the exchange between him and Zelensky and is now being replaced by the president of South Africa. But, of course, I find it fascinating how friends of mine, my classmates and schoolmates that are on the left, always like to suggest that MAGA and or anyone who supports Trump are leftist in a cult. And the thing is, the first thing they tell you in a cult, or the first thing they try to do in a cult, is try to separate you from your family and friends so that you can't be influenced by them. As a matter of fact, I just recently watched a documentary on one of the young women and her father that escaped from Jonestown. If you guys remember Jim Jones and the big Kool-Aid suicide that happened many years ago. And in the camp, the first thing they did was they separated the family members. And the children were separated from their parents. So I find it fascinating because here we have a situation, as you guys may remember, with Joy Reid from MSNBC when she was mentioning around Thanksgiving about how you have to isolate and remove yourself from your family members if, during the holidays, if it comes to that. Now, granted, I understand that if you don't get along with your family members, obviously you may want to not participate. But, of course, the idea is, as they keep saying, it's cool. But when you see what the media does in a coordinated effort, as we have covered here on the BuzWeaver channel, how they work in a coordinated effort, the establishment uniparty, potentially in a cover-up with Joe Biden as well. We'll get into that here in a moment. But let's go ahead and play this video so you guys can see how they parrot one another.
To the dramatic scene in the Oval Office today, the tense confrontation, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
Ambushing him.
Another Oval Office meltdown, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
President Trump is being accused of conducting something of a diplomatic ambush of South Africa's president in the Oval Office.
To be with you, I'm 𝐀𝐦𝐻𝐿. President Trump orchestrated another Oval Office ambush today.
Today, Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader.
Zelensky territory, where essentially he was a bit ambushed inside the Oval Office.
Felt like an ambush in there, kind of like the President Zelensky meeting in the Oval Office.
This was an ambush. It was orchestrated.
Cyril Ramaphosa brought his best diplomatic self to this meeting, but nothing could have prepared him for this multimedia ambush.
What started as, to some degree, an ambush.
Well, Katie, I mean, it was an ambush.
Ambush.
Ambushed.
Ambush.
An ambush.
Ambushing.
Ambushed inside the Oval Office.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't need any more evidence here on the BuzWeaver channel because I know many of you are astute, very shrewd, capable, competent, mostly sober, and can understand these things in a very simple way, which explains why individuals voted the way they did in the 2024 election. And I saw this yesterday from Mark Vargas. The DOJ should investigate whether Joe Biden and top White House aides conspired to defraud the U.S. under 18 U.S.C. 371 by hiding Biden's mental decline to hold on to power. He wasn't running the country. She was. Now, I don't believe she was running the country, so we have kind of a Woodrow Wilson situation. Where his wife was taking care of it. I believe it was Woodrow Wilson, right? He had a stroke or something, and his wife was kind of filling in for him. So this isn't anything particularly new, but Woodrow Wilson was certainly one that I recall, at least to the best of my knowledge, whose wife kind of had to step in for him. But you guys already know, because we've talked about this here on the BuzWeaver channel ad nauseum since he was basically campaigning, that, Joe Biden was already sunsetting. He was already at home doing his thing, retired. I think he had a book out, was pushing a book out or something. And the establishment uniparty recalled him. As The Atlantic said, stay alive, Joe Biden. We just need your corporeal presence. That would be from Jeffrey Goldberg, the chat message individual, signal chat gate, as it were. So you guys let me know down in the comment section, do you think Joe Biden should be held accountable, or who should be held accountable for the fact that we now know without a doubt, right, that this happened? And it just reminds me of all the things the media would always say. Donald Trump said without evidence. Donald Trump did something without, whatever. It's ridiculous. But anyway, of course, we saw from the Morning Joe, and this is from the Daily Beast, right? So you had Joe Scarborough here just trying to anything he could to try to put some sort of a, I don't know, backspin, two-step, double down, whatever he could to try to protect Joe Biden. And so he was trying to make it out like, this extraordinary thing, that it was suddenly, as though the media was being bamboozled. The media goes out of their way to find things out and try to get it. So, and we had a Dr. 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐸, as you know, the brother of Rambo Deadfish Emanuel, the former rep in Illinois and Japanese ambassador to the United States. And here's just a little clip of that. If you guys haven't seen the video, by all means, drop by and check it out right here. We'll get into that portion in just a minute here. All right, let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of what Rambo Deadfish Emanuel's brother, Dr. 𝐀𝐦𝐚𝐳𝐸 says.
Oh, he's had this for many years, maybe even a decade, growing there and spreading. That's right. It's a little surprising. I look back at the records, and there's no evidence that when he got his health status and the medical records were released that he had a prostate-specific antigen. Now,
all right, so you guys understand this. And, of course, you can watch the video that I posted. And as I stopped by over here on ROF, that's Matt Orphelia. No one can pronounce his name, and I don't think he's told anyone how to pronounce it. I think he finds it a bit amusing. But I had an exchange. I had a little conversation with him, telling him the most perfect video to illustrate the establishment uniparty ever made. God bless you, RF. And your editors that had to have taken a long time, it did. This thing would have been a nightmare to edit. And he responded back to me by suggesting that he was looking for an editor. And so I quickly ran away, because you guys know I'm not a big fan of editing. But you guys should go and check this video out. It is very similar to the video I just showed you here with the parroting of all of the media people just repeating one another, among many others, other viral videos that I've seen of them repeating each other. But he did a great job here. And boy, in the editing, whew, wow. I think just editing my own work can be challenging, but editing what he did in this video here, oh boy. Now I can't play it because we'll get copyright strike there from YouTube and whatnot. But anyway, so I have been experimenting quite a bit with the channel. So I kind of empathize with some of you who maybe have not only subscribed but also get notifications, because I am hustling through like how to deal with some of the shorts, doing different changes to them. And as you can see, they're kind of in a TikTok format. And to me, from what I can tell so far, it almost seems like the simpler the videos are, or the simpler the presentation is, the better it receives. Not in all situations, not in all cases, and it seems to vary also between TikTok and Facebook. And I just released this one earlier. Donald Trump unloads on South Africa's president there. Donald Trump unloads. And it shot up to 402 pretty quickly. These are all averaging around 1,000 right now, consistently around 1,000. And on TikTok, they're averaging around at least 1,000 to 2,000, if not more. So the experimentation is going on. So for all of you who may have subscribed and selected notifications, I hope that you guys aren't feeling too overwhelmed. But there's just been so many changes to everything across social media. We're living in a completely different time right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely amazing, the times that we're living in right now and the things that are happening, especially the resistance that Donald Trump is experiencing, because, of course, he is probably the only president in the history of our country for many, 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 many decades that's actually running the country or trying to run the country to better the American people and to better the country. We've not seen this probably in decades. And so the machine, the left, the establishment is resistant to this. And of course, they're doing everything they can to try to stop Trump, even involving the Supreme Court. And the number of injunctions versus presidents over those decades, Donald Trump, I think, is up. I think he's 60 was one of the numbers I saw. And then I even saw some people saying as much as 100 injunctions, which far exceeds any other president. And I think I had a document at one time showing you guys like what the different averages were. But there's no question, Donald Trump was impeached twice. He had the 3 different lawfares against him, right, and the convictions, or the 34 convictions alleged, because, of course, it was Merchan going outside of the norm, his novel decisions about allowing the jury to have individual verdicts, which is not how a jury works. It's supposed to be unanimous, but wow, just an amazing week. But thank you guys so much for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, so take advantage of that. And of course, if you're interested in a virtual private network for your safety online, I have my trust zone down there. I like it. And if you're I like it. I'm trying to speak too quickly here. But nonetheless, yeah, Amazon is there as well. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, it helps out the channel. But your likes and your shares and your comments also help out the channel tremendously. So thank you so very much. And to all of you guys that are currently serving, active duty, veterans, I want to thank all of you guys once again for your service. And that's what I had for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, as well as my affiliate marketing links. So if you order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member, you can use my landing page link. Your safety and protection is there, as well as safety and protection, VPN, virtual private network. Trust Zone is my favorite. No bloat, no fuss. Gets you straight to what you need to do. And that's the way I like to do things. Getting straight to it, just like here on the BuzWeaver channel. But I want to thank all you guys across NewTek, BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. You guys have been amazing here in 2025. And of course, everyone here on YouTube for your guys' continued support as I go along and do some experimentation. So thank you for all of you who are actually receiving notifications. I hope that you're not being overwhelmed by all that. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen, that'd be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications, as I just mentioned, so that you'll know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys behind the Galaxy phone camera next week.